Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. I'm here at West waiting to see my doctor. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I said, let me come out here in the hallway so at least I'm not sitting up talking in front of everybody getting a conversation. But yeah, I'm so excited. I just want to hear some good news about my eye. So I'm sitting over here, dolo. Nobody over here with me but me. Good morning. Happy Monday, guys. How's everybody been doing? Oh, it's been a few days. I swear, like I was halfway to Chicago and I found out the hotel I was staying at. I told you all that night that they didn't take pit bulls. So they took dogs, but they wouldn't take mine. And so halfway to Chicago, I had to figure out a place to go that didn't have cats that could have pets in it. So like right now, my son, my oldest son, he just has a studio, but he's so happy to be having me come stay with him and looking out for me, at this time. So I'm really appreciating that. Still looking, like I said, for a place for me and me. I've actually got some, hey Tina, hey John's Brown Tank. I can't say that name without laughing. But so right now I'm still looking for a place for me to have. Do I want to stay in Chicago? Trying to figure those things out. But at the same time, I have to let my 25-year-old live a 25-year-old life because sometimes you want to say it's not like I'm in his place. I need to let him do things the way he does. Good morning, Susan. But yeah, oh, I'm so excited. It's been almost a year. Like in May, it'll be a year since I've seen my eye doctor. So, because I saw him at the end of May last year, and then I left in July, and I was supposed to come back to see him in September. Then something happened. Then I came in October. I was stung by a bee, and that stopped me from coming to see him. So I have not seen him, and I haven't been back to Chicago since October. Hey, Lucinda. Thank you. Susan, would you do me a favor? Would you drop Lucinda Baxter's channel? We always drop channels, and I always forget to drop hers. Um, her link to her channel. Um, but yeah, so I'm really excited because, like I said, today's visit will let me know like what do I have to do. So, do I need to go ahead and go on disability? Are we going to start taking these stitches out? So, I'm excited. I'm excited because in this whole year, nothing bad. I've had some bad eye days, and I've had the kind of eye days I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. But luckily, I'm blessed. Like nothing bad happened. In the time I was out of town. Out of the state from him, and I haven't had anyone else touch my eye. So I'm really excited. He's a great doctor, so I'm very, very, very excited about seeing him. So like if I go in, I will have to mute because I know I can't let information out, even though there'll be nothing. No problem, sis. Um, uh, yeah, like I said, I'm excited. I started to get on the bus and start my whole trip with you all from the moment I left my son's house, walking to the bus stop. But of course, my phone rang and I'm on my phone. Oh, and that's another thing. So my son has Wi-Fi through T-Mobile, so we have him a little box or whatever to do the Wi-Fi. It's cheaper than um, doing Xfinity or any of those other things. But anyway, so I get there and he's like, "Oh, the Wi-Fi been acting funny." I said, "How long has it been acting funny?" He said, "Oh, about 2, 3 weeks or so." I said, "Wait, so it's been acting funny for 2, 3 weeks?" I said, "Well, it's paid monthly." So it's like you should really say something. Anyway, long story short, the box wouldn't come on. So we get it up there the other day and they're like, "Oh, just reset it. Well, it has to come on to reset it now." So then they have to mail. They're gonna mail. They're shipping his new box. I'm like, we can't just pick it up here. So they had to ship his box. So I have no Wi-Fi in there but my phone. And so like I can do my lives on my phone, but once again, like my son has a studio. So it's like as soon as I'm like, oh, I'm about to go live, he starts talking on the phone. He turns on his music. Oh, the life of being in your 40s, living with your children in their 20s. Oh, so different. Key, what up? What up? I'm up here at the doctor's office waiting to be seen. I got here early. Like my appointment was at 10:15. I was geeking. I was like, I gotta see him. I gotta get up there. I gotta get up there fast. So like I said, I will mute it. If they asking something, I ain't gonna ask nothing that personal. They gonna ask my whole name. Y'all know my name. Y'all know my name. I want to blur out my doctor's name, but at the same time, I don't because I want to definitely give him shots. Thank you, Susan. Um, I definitely want to say shouts out to him. But I have missed you guys so much. I've been catching up yesterday. I did a lot of hey, Bossy. Oh, Bossy, one of my heroes. Um, Bossy has been so helpful with trying to help me to get Nino legit so that I can take him with me. And man, from my heart, I am completely grateful. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's hard when you come from a place where most people don't help you, or most people look past you, or they don't even think like, hey, that's not my problem. So much appreciated that you even care about me or my little fur baby pit. Hey, Hudson's View. But yeah, I miss you guys, and I'm like, oh, I just want to go live and not have G Herbo or Uzi or any of them playing in the background. Not having my son talk about absolutely nothing on the phone in the background. So, but yeah, so other than like Nino, he's there for me, but it's not really a dog play. So but he's been so good. He really has. I think the big adjustment for him is not being as free to like not just go for a walk, but go outside whenever you want, just to chill out there and lay around. I think that's a big adjustment for him. But one of the things is like I tell him all the time that he's a dog. But I tell him as long as we together, we okay. Yes, like I said, Bossy, much love, much appreciation. Because like I said, I was trying to do it myself and trying to figure it out. And I don't want to say that something is hard, but when something is new to you, it seems like it should just be this simple, and then it doesn't seem that simple. So it makes it seem hard, but I'm gonna fight for my baby. I'm gonna fight for my baby. But yeah, like I said, so yesterday I did a lot of catching up on some lives and seeing what was going on. But you know how when there's so much going on in your life, like none of that shit seems like important. Like, and not that it's not even about not being important. It just, I don't know. Like, you see it and you think, like, man, I wish this was all the problems we had. I wish this was just it. But yeah, so yesterday it was like 80. No, was it yesterday? Was it 80? Saturday. Saturday was real nice, but it rained off and on. Yesterday was some drizzle. It wasn't that bad. I'm just glad we're not in the snow, but I know Chicago. That's one thing I know about it. You never know what the weather gonna be. It's like today it could be snowing, and 2 weeks from now it'll be 100 degrees. And shit, sometimes you get it in the same week. But yeah, it's like this journey, guys, right now. Oh, and some days I have truly fought with fighting from being depressed. Like sometimes I have to tell myself, like, you have to count the blessings because if you count the strikes against you or if you count the things that are going wrong, you won't see like all the good things going on around you. So there's a lot of good things going on around me that I'm just trying to take heed to those things. But everybody speaking to each other. Yes, good morning, happy Monday. We were counted in today, you know, for whatever reason that was, we were counted today. And that's what you got to be grateful for. So, like I said, I'm so excited. don't know. I'm one of them people. I hear people screaming. I gotta stop for a minute, see where it's coming from. Say, wait, are they getting close? Are they just talking loud? I would stop talking to the president if I was talking to him. If I hear something like, wait a minute, let me check my surroundings. But I think that was just somebody who talked very loud. But yeah, guys, like I said, so it's been a couple of days. It has. I don't know. I have no track of the days. It literally hit me yesterday that yesterday was Sunday. You know what I mean? But it seems like since I got here, I've like lost like track of the days. I'm not even paying attention to the date or the days going on. I'm just trying to get through them. I said, like, if I can get through the day, you know, I've made it. That's where I'm at. Because, like I said, it does beat up on you, you know? It beats up on me sometimes. Oh, Susan, I had to get a gyro the next day. I started to get one at night um, when I made the little video with my buddy because he lived right next door to the little spot over here, that I go to. And what I really love is their sauce. So, like, there's a place down the street from where I went. Now, their gyro is definitely a better gyro, but their sauce, it's watery. And what make it is like, one, don't cut my meat thick. Two, drop it on the grill when you're done. And two, give me a good sauce. So, and then I think what people call tzatziki sauce. I don't know what it's called. And then some will say it's a cucumber sauce. And so it's different ones. But I know there's, hey, JC Bear. Thanks for doing a drive by. I saw the little video from yesterday. I forgot to put a comment. And that's another thing. That's how I know I've been like in and out because I've watched a lot of things. I've watched some things live and like not said a word. And it's just because I've just been listening. Literally like laying around listening. And so yeah, but I'm like today, Danny, get up. Even if you got to do your live walking down the street, if I have to get on the train and come to go live. Now, on the train, I'll probably make a video for you because it's so hard to hear, like you all to hear me on the train. And so, yes, Susan, drop JC Bear. Would you not like it? I'm not telling you anything. Would you please drop JC Bear and and Unicorn, Captain Unicorn's channel? I love it. I love food, guys. So I love discussions of food. I love people talking about what they love to eat. I love talking about comfort foods. I love new recipes. I just love to try new stuff. So I love food. So it's a very happy place for me. So anyone who is a foodie like me will love that channel. G5, Dana, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I'm up here at the eye doctor waiting on my name to be called. Say call me. I'm so excited. And like I said, I literally this eye doctor, my primary doctor, he referred this doctor to me as he said, this is one of my friends. He's one of the best here. I'm gonna call him like because originally I went to go get some glasses and I went to what's the name of that eye place? You know the one do the glasses too for $49.99, whatever. I went there and when I went, they doing an eye exam and the lady says, did I have a stroke or anything like that? I'm like, no. And then she's like, because you have like a vessel popped in your eye. And I'm like, what? So she said, well, we can't do anything further until you go to a doctor to make sure it's not something else. So I went to see my doctor. And when I went, he noticed, my blood pressure was okay because I do have high blood pressure. And he said, but something's going on. It's like your eye is almost, it just looks different, like it's lifted. That's what he kept saying. I'm like, lifted. So he sent me over there, and I kid you not, this doctor saw me that day. And he said, oh no, this keratosoma. Um, this is what we can do. You know, you have a mild case of it in your right eye, but it's nothing to worry about. You probably can, I don't know what they got going on that floor under me, but they sure keep coming out screaming. So what they in there doing? Giving out shots? Um, and so he was like, we could do the surgery. And he did the surgery maybe like 3 weeks, a month after I went to see him the first time. And so he's been here. So I'm so excited to see him. He is really, because a lot of doctors I feel like would have, as soon as my body rejected it a month after it was put in my body, a lot of people would have redid my eye, and he's fought. So this may sound silly, but when I learned that I was going to do a transplant for my cornea, and that somebody had passed and they were a donor. I'm a donor myself. I've been a donor since I first originally got an ID. And I know people used to tell me, don't be a donor because then they'll just let you go so they can take your things. But it's not that true because it's many a times they could have let me go and they didn't. So when I had it, I just told myself that whoever dones me their eyes, they're from my city. That if I ever walk past anything they loved, if I ever walk past anybody they knew, that I could feel it, or that they could feel it, or they could see it. I don't know. And I just felt like the donor that I got was for me, and so I did. That was what I told myself. So I still have this person's eye, and I'm thankful for them. Well, I have their cornea. Yes, cooking after the. Oh, it took you there. Say, wait, is there another JC Bear out there giving JC Bear hugs? Let me find out. It's another JC Bear. Thank you, Susan. But yeah, so like I said, I don't know. I think the most nervous I ever was probably about 5 months after I had got the cornea. I was on so much steroids. So I didn't know that with steroids you can't. So I was taking probably, I think it was 20 milligrams um, of steroids, but I started with 5 a day. And you did the 5 a day for 5 days, then 4 a day for 4 days, then 3 a day for 3 days, then 2 a day for 2 days, and to wean myself off. But when I tell you that my body did not realize how powerful steroids were until I was on them like that, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I know people like who have asthma and stuff. I'm like, well, that's a lot of steroids you're taking. I'm like, well, I won't do it forever, but we've had to do that a couple of times where I've had to take a lot of steroids, and I'm really, really, really hoping that today that there could only be one JC Bear. That's right. You cannot give me another JC Bear. I'm not taking it. Um, but I'm hoping not to have to go on steroids. But if that is, then if that's the worst case. That's still good. Ooh, do not tempt me with a good time, JC Bear, because I will hold you to that. Oh, with homemade sauce. Oh my God. I love pasta. That's why whenever people talk about dieting, I'm always like, oh my God, they are cutting out everything I love. I love pasta. I shouldn't, but I do. I love bread. I shouldn't, but I do. I do. Like, you could take me completely away from fried foods. Like, we barely fry anything. Like, if I get something fried, it's because we went out and got something. But nah, even with French fries and anything else, I love French fries with homemade with potatoes and the air fryer. So like that doesn't worry me. I love potatoes too. I love a lot of starchy stuff. I love jasmine rice. I do. It's so bad, but it's oh so good. And I was such a finicky eater for so long that it just feels good to enjoy food, enjoy taste. Like I've watched every season of Hell's Kitchen, and he really, Hell's Kitchen really has taught me. Chef Ramsay has really taught me how to use my palate. Oh, that's an old channel. Ooh. Now, I've never had a whole wheat pasta before. Does it taste the same? Because, like, to me, like, you know how people drink Diet Pop? To me, Diet Pop tastes way more sweeter than regular pop. It just does. It has this super sweet aftertaste, and it kind of reminds me of, what is that stuff called? Like Sweet and Low. Oh, that taste. And then I got my cup of coffee from my little favorite little corner store on Austin and Roosevelt. I love them so much. And so it just reminds me, like when I used to go to work and stuff, I'd always stop in the morning and get my cup of coffee, you know? And so that felt good today. That felt normal because, like with me and my OCD, it's like everything I do is almost like it's like repetitive. Like I do the same things, you know, and I try not to like move in the same patterns, but I usually do the same thing. So if I'm up and I'm out the door and I'm in my area over here before 9, I'm gonna always stop there and get a cup of coffee, no matter what I'm doing, because I feel thrown off if I don't. Okay, it's the sauce. Yes, yes. You know how you watch those little food videos that have them like on Facebook or whatever. And so I'm always watching and people are making their sauces. They're always using whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. And so like I've never made a sauce before. And I'm like, I want to make a sauce. I, I want to make one. I just saw this shrimp and salmon pasta and they made that. Oh my goodness, the sauce. But yeah, I love food. And so I don't know. So I think of food as like this powerful thing. I think of breaking bread with people is very special. Like it really means something. I took my guards down. I'm not worried about if you poisoning me or I'm poisoning you. Like there's a real respect to me when I break bread with people. Oh, oh, yum, yum. And I could just hear your voice saying what I'm reading, JC Bear. You have one of those voices that I kid you not. If you're talking, all I hear, even in text, all I hear is your voice. But yeah, look, it's 10:23 and they haven't called me yet. See, I swear, you're always worried about being late for a doctor's appointment, but I kid you not, like they never call you on time. They never do. I've come early, and thought like, oh, they're gonna get me early. No, they don't. And it's like, wait, I was here early, and there's always somebody walking in right when their appointment is, and they like checking in. They're like, oh, come on to the back, come on, it's your turn. Oh yes, and we enjoyed you over here, JC Bear. Yeah, I do. G5, I'm telling you, I'm reading it, and all I hear is his voice. Especially when he was saying about the meatballs. I'm like, now I want some. But yeah, I'm like, they're gonna call everybody's name but mine. That's another reason I sat down here because I'm like, I don't want people's name being called out, and I'm like, I guess doxing strangers. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know who they are. I still don't know. I'm sitting right here in their face. I think we all do. I can't drink wine. That's too much sugar. And you know, one thing when you have any issues with sugar, like my sugar drop if I don't eat, um, type things like I don't have a high sugar. I don't have to test my sugar daily, even though it wouldn't hurt to do it. But one thing you learn about sugar is everything turns sugar. You drinking alcohol, sugar. Every food you eat, sugar, sugar. It just turns to sugar. So I'm real careful. That's why even when I was in Georgia, like in my comfort zone, I'm gonna do a lot of sugar. And so even when I was out there, I found myself like going sugar crazy. And there were days my body honestly was saying like, oh, it's just too much sugar. You could feel it. You could, you know what I mean? So wine is just like all sugar to me. And every time I've ever drank wine, like if it doesn't make my stomach just hurt really bad, it shoots my sugar out. It just me and wine don't work out at all. And then champagne, maybe like to celebrate, but I probably wouldn't even drink the glass. Now with champagne, it's just I don't like the taste. You ever wonder like when somebody could think that about me, but I'm really not talking my business or talking that loud. But do you ever wonder like when people on the phone tell me whole life story and you think, why are you giving me this much information into your life? I think that all the time you be on the bus and they'll be like, oh, no, I didn't pay the bill. And I went there and no, and hold on, he ain't never took care of his kids. I take care of him. And he never even did this and he's sleeping with that person. He got a little, you be like, why are you telling us all this on the bus? Like, why? Why do I know about your baby daddy's private? And I don't even know who your baby daddy is. So it's not like you helping me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll take a shot or something, but the wine, like uh, one of my good friends, one of my sisters, she drinks wine. And so what she'll do is I'll come over and like we'll be kicking it because we always do like this pajama party weekend. I normally do it right around my godson's birthday, but I was out of town this year. So this is the first year in 13 years I didn't do it with him. So I'm going to do it, now that I'm back once I get settled. But whenever we do our weekend, we'll sit and just laugh and run our mouth. And she's always going to be drinking her wine and just say, have a glass of wine with me. And she'll be like, I'll just put a shot of something. And I was like, oh, she just really want to give me the sugar. And so, like, even if I drink a glass of wine with her, like, I'm drinking on that glass of wine all day. And I'm talking about a regular wine glass. Like, it's just not, because you'll get lost in it and find yourself drinking too. I know what it's gonna do. I already know. Hey, Marianne. I'm sitting here waiting to see my eye doctor, running my mouth with you guys. JC Bear got me hungry now. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I drink a cup of coffee, I can't eat. And I usually don't eat when I first wake up because my stomach is never ready to eat. So I never, and I know that's bad because you need to eat and fuel your body, but it just doesn't work with me. Like my stomach doesn't work like that. Oh, yes, I kid you not. JC Bear is like you there, like we literally are kicking. It's like, oh, do this. Like she could do like these different hairs, do this to my hair, or we'll just hang and laugh, and then we eat. So we always name like, what are we eating this weekend? And then that's what we'll eat on. We'll watch a movie. We probably will go out somewhere with the kids and just have some fun. But the best part is just sitting and laughing and chilling. Like that is like a great part. But yeah, that's truly in lots of music. Like that's why you guys think I'm playing. I'm telling you, as things grow, you like I want to be me. And I think that part of being me is it's bigger than this. So I can't wait till I can have like I told you, I'm gonna rent out things at hotels and have sleepovers in town. I'm gonna have meet and greets where it's not me meeting a bunch of people, it's me breaking bread in your town and coming to visit with you and have. That's it. But definitely that meet and eat. Forget a meet and greet. We gonna meet and eat. Take me to the best restaurant in your town. Even if it's the hood restaurant, take me. I want to try it. But yeah, but yeah, I'm surprised they haven't called me yet. There was some lady in here, and I know they were trying to help her figure out to see like I'm in the eye doctor, so everybody in here has something with their eye cataract, and that's what's funny now. I got the shade. But I remember when I first had my surgery, I came in with my shades on for a doctor's visit. And there was this guy, and he was like, maybe 70, 72. He was in his 70s, early 70s. But when I sat down and was waiting, he said, "Oh, you know, same sunglasses." He said, "Well, what surgery did you have?" And I told him. And he said, "Oh, I just had a cornea transplant, and then he had cataract." I said, "Oh, my goodness." But he was such a G, he was such a soldier that I was like, I just want to be as strong as him. I want to fight like him because at that time, oh man, I was weak. I was weak. Sometimes just going to the doctor's office and seeing, because one, when I come in, a lot of the people are older than me, so it always made me feel like, oh my goodness, I am losing my eyesight so young. You know what I mean? And that's scary. That's scary. Like I've never been to a hood that scared me. Like that scared me. Like the thought of not being able to see. Shoot, having days where you couldn't see. Or like yesterday, I walked to the store and I thought I had my sunglasses on my head and I didn't. And oh my goodness, there was a time when I went to go across the street, but the way the sun was, I couldn't look up to see. And I thought, how did you walk out without your sunglasses? But yeah, that's just that's scary, and sometimes that messes with my mental. I would love to sit here and tell you all it doesn't, or that I'm completely over it, where I'm like, okay, it's just part of the process. But there are days when that really scares me, especially like if I go to do something and I didn't see it, honestly. Then I see it, and then I'm always thinking like, how did I miss that? Like, how was that right in my face and I couldn't see it? And sometimes I get depressed, and then sometimes I'm just thankful that I did finally see it. It would be. It would be. And I mean, it's a lot of people on here who are just images. I mean, they're characters, I should say. So it's all a character, and then they want you to understand that this isn't really who I am. This is a character. But a character is also a representation of you. Because let me tell you something. Unless I'm in a Hollywood movie, which I don't want to be an actress in any type of way, unless I'm in a Hollywood movie, I'm not playing any character that is not me. So I'm not gonna come on here and be like, "Oh yeah, y'all, I bully," but I really don't. Hey yeah, y'all, I do this, but I really don't. No, I'm gonna give you who I am, because we all are flawed. I mean, I got flaws. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And just because my flaws aren't yours doesn't make me any better than you. Yeah, but it would be a nicer place. I think food changes everything. When you sit down with somebody and say, "Hey, let's talk," it's one thing, because then they worry about what you want to talk about, what's going on. Is this going to be a good talk? Are you going to talk down to them? They go on about all these things. But it's like when you tell somebody, "Hey, come over and have dinner with me." I made some blah, 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 whatever it was. It puts walls down. Because you always think, I hope you didn't invite me in dinner to have some BS. Because, most people, if I start arguing, my appetite is gone. If I get sad, I can't eat. You know what I mean? So usually when somebody wants to break bread, I know that even if we talk about something serious, like we're breaking bread. I mean, when it's all said and done, I'm breaking bread with you, you know. And so I used to tell people, if I let you in my home and you broke bread with me and my kids, I tell you a lot. It tells you a lot about what I think. So you can go think whatever you want, but it's not gonna be many I'm gonna do that with. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Like, when are they gonna call me? When are they gonna call me? Hey, Sly. Hey, 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 sis. Happy Monday. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I've been off of YouTube for weeks. Like, oh my God, have I even been on there? Have you been on there? Have you said hello? Have you told anyone how you're doing? So yeah, I on Saturday, my bestie came and got me, and I went over there and we ate together, and her, I brought my Switch with me, her son, and her niece. We played Mario Karts, and we played Uno. I haven't sat down and played Uno in so long. Hey, Queen about here. Morning, sis. I haven't sat down and played Uno in so long. I had so much fun. I did. So we did that Saturday. Then I came back, played some video games with my son. Then I went to bed. Um, then, like I said, yesterday. I don't know if it was the weather or I don't know if it was just that some things didn't go in the order that they were supposed to, and they didn't happen. And it wasn't because of me or anything I had did. And I think I was just a little down yesterday, so I was a little off. I just felt kind of blah. Like if there was that, if anybody asked me how I felt, it was kind of blah yesterday. Um, so yesterday, that's what I think, Susan. So yesterday, I chilled. My son has insomnia like me, and that bothers me. Anybody who's ever had insomnia, it's nothing you want. It's uh, it's nothing. But I swear, my brain would go into double overtime at night, and so because of that, I just could not sleep. And so going off of 3 hours of sleep was normal to me. And some days I might go off 3 hours of sleep for the whole week, and then it'll catch me at the end of the week where you're just kind of off because you're exhausted. Your body's exhausted, my mind is exhausted. So when I see him like that, I just wish I had like the true answers to make that, stop for him. But I know it's a battle that I just started, fighting. But like, since I've been back yesterday, I went to bed early, and actually, because my son decided to go to sleep early, I just was like, you know what? He never goes to bed early. I'm just gonna shut everything down, and I'm gonna go to bed too, because it was good to just see him not sitting up all night, whether it's playing a game, talking on the phone. It just was good because I want him to rest because that catches up with you. Like I said, I suffered from insomnia since I was probably about 13, like 13 that I know of. And it may have been before that, but I've just always had sleeping issues. And so, like, the more life is throwing things, the more my mind is just racing, racing, racing. So I can't go to sleep. It's real. It's real. It's real. And that's why, like, even when I saw that Terry Lynn would be on all night, it was just good to hear something and see that there was more than just one person who, whether it was because they work all night and throws off their schedules, so now they just up all night even when they don't, whether it's people who fall from insomnia, whether it was people who might have been sick and they slept during the day and they were up all night. It was just that was a comfort to me because sometimes you just have to know you're not alone. And people can tell you, oh, millions of people suffer from it. But if I don't hear from any of these people, then they might, when I hear from them, I might learn some new tips or, learn some new things to slow down your brain. It's not bad today. It said it was like a high of 54, but I was straight. I mean, I got on two hoodies. Well, a hoodie and a little Adidas jacket. So it wasn't that bad. But, sometimes the wind was blowing. Yeah. So it's pretty good. It's not bad. It looked a little gray, but it seemed like it's turning brighter outside as we go. But it's still a little gray because that window is showing us. It's still a little gray out there. But it's not bad. So it's not raining, so I'm happy. Yeah, we had like rain, like drizzle, then it rained a little bit, then it stopped, then it drizzled. So yesterday wasn't bad. Now Saturday, was that Saturday we got some rain or was that because of the days are bleeding into one? I'm in the US. I'm in the US. I wish I was in the Told you ever since Degrassi, I've had a love for Canada like no other. Yeah, no, I'm in the US. I'm in Chicago right now. But yeah, I remember, um, oh man, this was years ago because I had to be about 17 or 18. I remember one day one of my buddies like, we could drive to Canada. I'm like, we can? We can? And they're like, yeah, we can drive to Canada. And they have restaurants where they make food. They infuse food with weed. And that was so foreign back then. Like, what? Never heard of this before. And now you look up and that's like a new thing. They had it everywhere. Well, everywhere that's legal. But yeah, I always wanted to go to Canada. I wanted to actually, I'm trying, I'm trying to think of what part of Canada it was that we wanted to go to. Then, like I said, once Degrassi came out, well, Degrassi came out when I was a kid. But I don't think I realized they were in Canada when I was young. And then when it came back out, when I was probably like 19, and it was the new generation, when that came out, no, about 1920. Yeah. And when that came out, I realized, wait a minute, they're in Canada? Then I fell in love with Canada. Oh, you got those real winters. Oh, yeah. But you know, JC Bear, as weird as it is, I love winter. I do. I'm a November baby. I love cold. I mean, I don't want to stand outside in it. I don't want to walk around in a snowstorm. I don't like driving on those first days of snow because people just can't drive. But because they still want to drive like it's not snow or anything, or just like when it's raining, like people want to drive like it's not wet outside. You ever notice when, like, I've always noticed bad drivers because I feel to be a good driver, you have to drive for everyone else besides yourself. But you really notice how bad people drive when you're not driving. You're just sitting in the passenger seat, or I'm sitting on the bus, like, oh my God, these people can't drive. They are endangering everybody on the road. Oh, that's okay. You're just sitting here, like I said, I'm just running my mouth till they finally call my name. But yeah, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And I wish you could just record while I'm back there. Who knows what the rules on that is? But I always tell people I'm not here to invade nobody's privacy, tell nobody else's story. I'm just here for mine. Oh yeah. Oh, especially when you had the kids in the car, you really are like, oh my goodness, these people are just like, why do I even get on the road? And I think that's why when your kids get to the age when they can start driving, you're so worried. You are so worried about these people out here. Just, um. Well, right now it is where I'm gonna be. I'll move around, but right now, just as far as staying with my eye doctor. Oh, that's me. Here I come. Thank you. Thank you so much. I actually it's crochet, so I had it braided in. 42. Oh, you young. You young. Thank you. You just made my whole day. Thank you. I will take it. You too. No, I'm here for an exam because, like I said, I haven't seen him since last year. I was in Georgia the whole time, and then trying to get back and forth. I got back out here in October, and then got stung by a bee. So I was just yes. So it was a monster. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, so I have definitely, even when I was in Georgia, they're like, well, maybe just go see a doctor out here. I'm like, I'm seeing no one with my doctor. He has brought my eyes so far. I'm like, oh, because people can't believe I still have 26 stitches in my eye. Like, no, I do. I still have them there. They're there. No, I need glasses. That's how this all began. Me going to try to get glasses, and I'm like, I just want to be able to see again, drive again. I I think it's improved more. My eyes a little stronger, but it still has its weak moments in the sunlight, the different changes of lights, and sometimes um, it bothers to look up. So it's just something in looking up that bothers me. But other than that, it's been much better. I would say. I don't know. I'm excited to see what it does when I take the when I read the letters, because that'll tell me everything. But it's so much better than it was when the eye was bad. I didn't realize how bad it was, but it's so much better than that. So I'm winning. Hashtag winning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. No, I didn't use it this morning. I didn't. Yesterday, maybe about 7. Yeah, I tried because I at one point I was on it 4 times a day, so I try to do it twice a day. Hmm. Yeah, so I tried to stay there, and then because I didn't know, especially being out of town, should I do it every day or only when my eyes bother me? Just so to be safe, I just kept doing it twice a day. Okay. Yes, that's my blood pressure medicine. I actually have an appointment to see my doctor next week. Yep, that's him. That's how I got here to Dr. Springer. Yes, yes. He said he's the best. I don't want you to see anyone else. And he was right. So okay. Mhm. CZDS. Uh, KY. It's getting blurry. DRO. Uh, it's kind of shaky. GHSDN. Oh, okay. Because it goes blurry and then it focuses in. Oh, no, not really. It's really blurry. Oh my goodness, this is blurry. This is a shame. This is my good eye. uh, I don't know. That's really blurry. OZ, CZ, CD, CD. I was like, he's blurring in. That's a D. DHN. Uh, no, not really. Okay, like a bite. Okay. VKD, CZUS, BS, PCJ. Oh, it looks so blurry. It's like it's jumping. Oh no, there it is. ROKZD. Oh, oh, the second one is. Oh my goodness, this is supposed to be my good eye. No, it's jumping too much. It's always amazing to me that my good eye is the one that seems worse. Okay. 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 Is that good or bad? Well, at least it's better, not worse. Yeah. Any good news is what I want to hear. Okay.
hey, do I need some glasses? What can I do to better my vision? And he'll let you know.
Okay.
Did you ever wear
I
glasses?
sure did. And then I wore contacts and I abused them. I would sleep in them. Don't get me started on the terrible things I did. I literally wore contacts, the same ones, for like 6 months.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer. And you can sit
Oh,
back. I'll let you just rest and bring this towards you. Can you see me?
yep.
Okay.
I like your glasses.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, that's the hardest part is finding the
Mm-hmm.
glasses that you like. I'm gonna block your left eye. We're gonna
Okay.
start with the right eye.
Okay.
And then can you still see that bottom line?
Um, kind of blurry. CH. Yeah, it's very blurry.
So you can focus on the second line and I'll give you two options. Tell me which one looks clear. This is one.
Okay.
Does it look better on one or two?
2.
Two or three?
Oh, 3.
Three or four?
4. It's just getting better.
Can you read the bottom line now?
CHSDN.
Very good. How about the top line?
Okay. Hold on, now my eyes gotta focus back in. Oh, that's so small. Yeah, that's so small. Z. I guess that's a Z in the beginning. That's
Yeah.
all I can really tell.
Does it look better here on one or two?
Well,
Or
2 kind of looks the same.
okay, I'm gonna go a little higher.
Okay.
So I know you can see that bottom line. Does it look better here on one or two?
2.
Two or three?
3.
Three or four?
Oh, 4. It got bigger.
Good. Four or five? Or about the
4
same?
and 5 stay the same.
And better here on one or two?
2.
Two or three?
3.
Three or four?
4.
And four or five?
Now this 5 seems better than 4.
So this is
4
four.
and 5 seem better.
This is
Yeah.
five. Okay, let me see if I can go a little lower. Can you see the top line now or
I can see that Z
the Z?
and a V.
Yeah.
The second one I can't tell if that's a C or a Q.
Okay, yeah, it is a C.
Oh, okay.
C. And then how about the last two?
Oh, he's going in and out. SD.
S and then it's an R.
It's a R.
Yeah, look
Now
at
I
it.
see the line. Yeah, it's like this.
I'm gonna do one more thing, see if I can clear it up. This is one.
Okay.
This is two.
2.
Two or three. Or about
Two.
the
I was gonna say
same.
2 and 3 seem the same.
This is two again. This is three.
3 is better because I can actually see the R.
Okay.
But the second line, I can see a. Is that a Z in the second letter?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. That stood out when you changed it to 3.
Does it look better here on one or two?
2.
Two or three or about the same?
2 and 3 seem the same on this one.
And how about one or two?
They seem the same.
About the same?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there now. Let's go to your left eye.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go a little higher for this one. Looking at those two letters. Sorry, I'm gonna come over on this side.
Okay.
This is two options. Which one's better? This is one. This is two.
Right now my eye seems so blurry. Like it just seems very blurry.
I'm gonna go a little. Maybe I need
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
like bump it up a little bit. This is
CD.
One, or how about two?
2.
Two or three?
3. 3 seems bolder.
And let me see. Let's go a little lower. Which line can you read now?
DHN.
Okay. Anything below that?
VKD. Is that VKD?
Not. It's not a D.
It's a O.
O. Does the O look better here in one or two?
In 2.
Two or three?
3 definitely.
And three or four?
4.
And can you read the bottom?
CZOS or DS?
DS.
DS. That's a D.
Does it look better here or this one?
This one, the D seems bolder, where I can tell it's a D, not a O.
Okay, let's go a little lower. Anything that you can read here?
Oh. It's a struggle. I feel like I have to squint, and it's
Okay, I'm gonna go back up and try again. This is 1.
mhm,
This is 2, or about the same.
about the same
Here's another 2 options that are 1 or 2.
too, because
2.
I can see that. I can see that clearly that that's CZDS.
Here's 2 or 3.
Three,
3 or 4.
four,
4 or 5.
five. It's like the letters are getting bigger.
5 or 6.
5 and 6 seem the same.
And here's another 2 options that are 1 or 2. Or about this.
About the same. I can't really tell the difference on that.
Let's see if we can go a little lower.
Okay.
Anything here?
The top row is R. Is that an O or Q?
Oh.
OKZO? ZQ?
It's a round letter at the end.
It's a D.
It's a D.
It's a D. I don't know. These D's are looking just like O's, except for in the second row, I can see the third letter is a D.
D, yes. Anything else besides
KVD.
Yes.
And then the last ones are real blurry.
Anything on the bottom?
Is that TM?
No.
Yeah, the bottom is really blurry.
Does it look better here or this one, or no difference?
That's a C in the front of the bottom.
Yes.
I can see the C
Does it
clearly.
look better here or this one? Or about the same?
Is it CHS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, the letters are starting to come out to me now.
Is it better here or this one?
Seems about the same.
Same. Okay. And then you can sit back. You did really
Oh,
good.
thank
Wow.
you.
I was amazed. I'm like, oh wait, we're reading somewhere. Yes.
It is such a see how my eyes start tearing up, like it's working. My eye is actually doing its job.
So you did really good.
Oh, good. And I felt like I did so bad.
Oh my gosh, you did really good. So
And it's amazing that when you take it off of my eye, off of one at a time, I can see the middle row better
yeah.
with both of them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Let me see what we got. So I'll let them know what we got with the prescription.
okay.
And I'll let you know if glasses would be a good thing for you.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I'm so glad you got your vision back.
Yes. Oh, many a days I came in here on the struggle bus. Oh,
I know.
eye leaking. Oh. Oh.
But everyone that has a corneal transplant, it takes about a year to gain your vision back.
Okay.
That's normal.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know.
A whole year. That's a long time.
It's a long time. And then I swear sometimes I come in here and people are like 80 and they're just bouncing back. And I'm like, come on, you can do it, Daddy. You can do it.
All right, so now I have to put a couple of drops in your eyes to check your eye pressure.
Okay.
And then we will dilate you after that.
Okay.
And here's a peanut for you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and tilt your head back, looking all the way up at the ceiling. Sorry, it might burn a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can dab your eyes.
Oh, I know one thing about those things that dilate your eye. I already know. Oh.